of my work, which now can be seen from outside. And that is why so many people, especially in the coast, it is not easy people to call you Mama Sarah. They will call you Mama Sarah when you have done something to the dam. You see? Now
so you're Mama Rose because
Mama Rose,
out of respect.
Out of respect and my integrity.
So are you famous now?
Not famous, but I'm known in the community.
You're known.
I'm known in the community.
Well known.
Through my love and my work within the community.
Right. And we need to continue to grow that. We need to continue to grow that.
And then another thing, the major thing which also helps us to do it is networking and collaboration.
Yes.
Because through networking...
Who do you collaborate with?
I collaborate with so many people.
Give me some ideas.
Like National Christian for People.
Sorry?
National Council for People with Disability.
National Council?
For People with Disability. That is NCPD with the disability.
Mm-hmm.
That one we collaborate on network through trainings, especially for the for sign language and other things.
Okay. And what else? Who else do we? Who else do we collaborate with?
Another one we collaborate with is APDK, that is Association for the People with Disability also, whereby after teaching these people we refer the people with disability for the handicrafts in the center.
Say again, I don't understand. So AP stands for
APDK,
Association for People
with the
Disability. What is
in
K?
Kenya?
Oh, Kenya. And sorry, what do you do? What do they do?
It is like let me write for you. It is APDK, like
APDK.
Association for
People with Disability in Kenya. Okay. And so what do they do?
They do a lot of handcraft. They teach the people with the disability of how to make things, handcraft, and learn how to live separately, live independently.
Right.
Live independent. Even these things
with a disability.
We started getting from themselves, and drawing and artwork or anything like that.
Okay.
And then we also network with that is why they taught us mambo ya sign language.
Yeah,
sign language now. And you know sign language, basic sign language training for 3 months is 180,000. So
3 months.
One person. But if they offer, they just train me
180,000
as a network. As a network.
So train you, then you can turn around and train others.
I can go and train others, or I will be able now to communicate with them.
Who are some of the other collaborators?
Alafu, another one is FIDA.
FIDA?
FIDA, yes.
What's that?
Federation for women lawyers.
Oh, okay.
For women lawyers in Kenya. This is where we are also on the skills and training of mediation.
Skills and training for mediation.
For mediation. You know, like Joram and his group, they do negotiation skills.
So but you're teaching the women how to negotiate?
No, those people here, especially in Kenya, when you have a problem, let me give an example. When you have a problem with the mic, so you take Mike is not taking care of the children and everything. So you go and report Mike to the feeder to help you to get money or support from
so
Mike.
You're educating the women on what their rights are and what's available for them.
So when we educate the women, but then we call the both man and woman, wife and husband
together.
Then together. And then
mediate.
Find out what is happening.
Okay.
So that one also we were trained. We were also trained in that. And imagine one training for 5 days, it takes 50,000. And because of networking and collaboration, we had to do it.
Okay. Okay. So, what about you, Mama Rose, as a person? Tell me about your.
Wait. And another one like Clear.
Clear. What's that?
Clear is Christian legal.
Christian
legal. Christian
something
legal.
Aid or something, right?
AIDS research. AIDS.
Yeah.
So this is where
Joram
works. So these ones, for any all those small disputes, especially for children dispute,
Okay.
because those ones they do child maintenance, child protection.
Okay.
So
So that's more of a child focus.
especially when the children are raped or the mother or anything. So these ones they take the cases to court in arbitration. They take the cases to court in without payment when we refer them through referrals.
Free services.
Mm.
Okay. That's awesome. Okay.
And then lastly, we have many, but I'm giving
One
you-
more.
One more is Kenya Counseling and Psychological Association.
What about churches as well?
See, I'm still talking. This one
Kenya
is
Counseling?
and Kenya Counseling and Psychological Association. KAPCA.
Mm-hmm.
So these ones is a training of counselors and psychologists in counseling and psychology.
And
For-
who do they train?
And
then?
for psychological support, whom they train. They train members within community through integration,
Members of Triple C.
members of CCC.
And what do they do with that training?
With the training, see, I told you we are giving psychological support.
Yeah.
So after being trained on skills on counseling and
So-
psychology, we give these people counseling and psychological support.
Okay, but you're the only one doing the counseling.
There
there
are other
others?
counselors. Yes.
There are other counselors.
Yes, because after I've been trained, we train others.
And then they can counsel as well.
Yes, that is
Oh.
why I was telling you we have a program called community counseling, and when we call these people, we do it integration because we call Triple C members, teachers, church leaders, policemen, administration, community leaders, youth leaders, and so many like that. And then people with disability. So when they come out from here, after 5 days, they triple the message or the information to the grassroots level. And that is how we help one another.
Okay.
Mm.
Now tell me
And
about
then
the church.
lastly,
No,
our church, we call them FBOs, that is faith-based organization. Because we are not only talking about church. Even I think what you read from what Father Stan wrote about Mama Rose, we work with a faith-based organization, irrespective of your
Faith.
religion.
Yes.
Because what we want to help that woman, we want to help that church, that woman, that child within that religion aspect. But mostly we do it, we refer these people, after all this, we refer them for spiritual support.
Spiritual support.
Yes,
What do
spiritual.
you mean by that?
Spiritual support is spiritual counseling. We call it spiritual counseling. Mm.
Give me an example of that.
For example, you were married in church, huh? Through the wedding. Now, you want to leave. You want to leave Mike, and then Mike want to leave you. But through the church, the priest or the pastor will tell you you are binded together, and you cannot leave until death do your part, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that one I'm not supposed to tell you. I'm supposed to refer you to the priest. After I have talked to you all about this, then the priest will now refer you and remind you about that. like this girl.
I love it. Yeah.
Like this girl who died.
Yeah.
You remember the one I was showing
Yes.
you, Eunice?
Yes.
There was a bigger problem like that. And I'm not proud. I'm happy that I managed to solve the problem. Because she was married with another tribe, the Griamas. And the Griamas from the coast. And it's a very big, famous family.
Okay.
And then this was came from a small family also in Siaya. And then they got
This
married.
girl came from Saya.
Yes.
Saya.
And then this girl got married and she didn't give birth. So since she didn't give birth, after 8 years, she was sent away. Now she became sick and then she died. When she died, according to their culture and our culture, they cannot she cannot be buried there because there's no child. And then, according to the church, she cannot, because they were put together until death do them apart. After death doing them apart, she must be buried to the husband.
Family.
To the husband. Huh? So the priest the priest in charge refused to give us the letter to go and bury the daughter in Siaya. So they were now referring the case for arbitration in court. Then I said, these things cannot be referred in court. Can we please, I had to contact these people and talk to these people, this side and this side, to make them come. We sit on the table and we hear and hear the story, plus the priest in charge, so that we have also to abide to our positive cultures, our faith, our positive cultures and all that. So this man, after the woman has left, he has married 3 times, and all the 3 women didn't give birth. Now, if all
So
the
it's
3
him.
women didn't give birth, now we don't want the blame swing or saying this and this. What we are after now is to bury Eunice. So the Eunice must be buried in her what? In her
Hometown.
Huh?
In her hometown.
In her home where she was born,
Right.
not here.
Right.
But these people wanted to bury her here.
Did you get it solved?
It's got solved because, and then the priest and the other people in the church, they said, let her be buried in a common area in the cemetery. We said no. I said no, that cannot work. We have to agree here. So we agreed, and then these people from the husband, they said, if she's to be buried, let her be buried in the cemetery. I said no, she cannot be buried from the cemetery. Then they said, if that is the case, we cannot escort the body home. We fear we can be beaten. Then I said, escorting the body from home up to Siaya is not a problem. The problem, because the mass, the mass for the dead will be in Catholic Church. Why don't we all come together? Everybody can talk after, give the eulogy, and after then we give Eunice a good send-off.
Yeah.
So that is what happened.
Oh, good.
And then the issue was solved. And then she was buried in Siaya. And remember, this thing I was doing, and I was in Siaya. I was not in Mombasa. So I had to talk here and talk here. That is how communication, when I talk, I'm using communication, I'm using airtime.
Yes.
I may tell you I'm using
costs,
airtime,
yeah.
2,000 per month or anything. You are wondering, what does she do? So you see that issue has been solved.
Yes.
And this issue was solved through the mediation course, because otherwise I could also fear. But now I don't fear. I cannot even fear this side or this side, because I've been trained and I'm a satisfied professional mediator. So nobody can beat me. First of all, I'm covered by the government. So wherever I go, they cannot beat me. I just welcome them and I tell them I'm this so and so, and I want to hear from you, and then both of you we get possible solution which can make us move forward. Then I just give them time to talk, and then I remove away these third parties. The third parties are to stay outside.
Yes.
And this.
Just
So
deal
this
with
one
them.
was Eunice's mother, and then the husband, not the family of the husband.
Just the husband.
I don't need that. Not the family of the husband, and not the family of Eunice.
Right.
So that is how we sort it out, and
That's good.
it is sorted within 2 hours. Something which has been has pulled out for 2 weeks. And they were telling me, Mama Rose, can you come? I said, coming for what? You are not paying my expenses. My son is sick. Now, what do I do? So those are how we sort out. We give them social support. And you see, most of these things you do, we are not paid. We do it through volunteer work, and through, because the crisis center, we are supposed to attend to the matters at crisis.
Right. That was crisis.
I hope you understand me from that.
I do. Is there anything else about Mama Rose
And
we
that,
don't
and
know?
that one is a personal passion, passion and love for the community.
Because of your faith.
It is personal love for the community, because of my faith, one, and then the total love for the humanity. Because if it was not that, if it was only Mama Rose, I could have gone to sit within my homestead in Siaya and take care of my nuclear family, and then take care of the family within our area. But now you see, we are doing it
Everywhere.
everywhere,
Yes.
purpose, wherever the need is.
You've made a lot of sacrifices.
I feel good when I do like that.
But it's
Like
the
for
right
example, when you told me come to Kilifi, I could do. Maybe you were expecting that to tell you that I'm so tired, I'm not able to move. If I'm so tired and I came from Kisumu to here, what tiredness is it?
I know.
If I was able to go to Canada and reach and then come back, which place is further?
I know. Thank you for coming.
So it is for passion, my passion and love for the humanity, and love for the community, and then my faith.